Welcome back everyone to Lore of the Shadow, where I am back here in Zudragund on Nars Peak, where I went around collecting some herbs and other things in order to help us to create some sort of potion to bring Nars' memory into proper focus.
I will set about making the brew, if you do not mind waiting.
Let me know if this is fun. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Uh, so are we ready?
It will be a few moments.
Find a comfortable place to wait. Right. Let's go and wait.
While Frithger prepares the brew that will restore the sense of our host, an ancient dwarf who has lived long and seen much, our company decides what should next be done.
The water is boiling already, and now I will add the ingredients that you collected. The odor will be quite pungent, so perhaps you should speak with the rest of your friends that have come to Zudragund while it steeps. The odor is rather unpleasant, though I find that it does clear the cobwebs away when I am feeling under the weather. Oh, and it does especially so for Nar, apparently. It'll be some time before the brew is ready. Okay, so let us speak with the rest of our company that have gathered since then, because it looks like Eladon's here. So many books, Pine Lore, and none of them taken when Nars people left here. It puzzles me. It's clear that many dwarves once lived here, but where they have gone and why is a mystery. I suspect that even Frithgar's brew will not clear Nars' mind sufficiently for him to provide us with the answers that we seek. Okay. And who else is here? Well, we have Halros is here. Cave Claws? Here? Are you sure? Oh, what a shame! I've misplaced my axe! Oh. Okay, and we have Halbarad. And here is Kalinglad. We're a long way from Invendem, Pine Lore. I wonder how our friends are managing in our absence. I understand why we've taken this brief excursion into the hills, for if Nona is satisfied by what we learn here, our dealings with the Occult should be made easier. But what can we really learn from this dwarf? He doesn't seem to even notice us. Well, you have a point with that. And Coronir. I do not know what to make of this dwarf, Pine Lore. Where did all his people go? Why would they have leave him behind? And what could he have seen that might have made him so addled? Frithgar seems to be kind-hearted, and it seems to me that Nar would be hard-pressed to survive here for any period of time without him. But there's something not quite right about these two. That is a good one. You always had the best stories. No, you go ahead. Well, what do you say about that, Halbarad? I've been listening to Nar's rambling, Pine Lore, and I managed to piece together some of his history. I believe he was once in the servant of or the friend of Thor, grandfather of Thorin Oakenshield, and that this was one of their homes in exile. Thor didn't return to Erebor, but it seems to me that he made another journey, and Nar accompanied him. From his words, I believe that they came into danger and... Someone approaches. You! Dwarf! Where is the leader of this place? I demand to speak with him. Bring a spare mug, Harry Vind! Do you mock me? Pine Lore, what's going on here? It's a bit of a long story. Apparently, Nar is a little touched. I want answers for myself also. My My brother was changed after he came here, and this Gnar knows why. He will tell me why, or it will go badly for him. Oh well. What did you say to my brother, Wadu, when he came here? Wadu? Aye, he was a brave dwarf. My brother was not a dwarf. Gnar, it is ready. I have this for you. All right. This is strong-smelling stuff, is it not? To your health! Ooh! Oh, who are you? When did you arrive? Tell me what you said to my brother. Tell me what you know, Wadu. Gnar shakes his head, breathing deeply of the steam bellowing out of the mug. Wadu? I know the name. We went to the Fatherlode, where rang the sound of hundreds of dwarven hammers far below Zadrugund. It is curious. I remember walking with Wadu amongst the great turning water wheels of the old father, but I haven't seen him since. He is still down there, is he? He's not, right? No, he's been killed. Oh, that is a shame. He was a most brave, wasn't he? I can take you to the mine if you'd like. All right, I suppose that we can head down to the mine. Are you ready to go into the mines below the hall? Very good. I'm ready to show you the way. I'll go with you, and I'm going too. Looks like a lot of people are volunteering to go down. Well, yep, this is definitely an old mine shaft. We are far beneath the earth now, Pinelore, and a feeling has been growing on my mind for some time now. I think someone, or something, has watched as we descended. I can't pinpoint it, but I believe that some intelligence has observed our passage from Zudragund. Something else has made me uneasy. How much of Frithgar's brew has Gnar already consumed, and how much of it remains? The dwarf has been alert for our descent, but what happens when the steaming brew has been exhausted? Well, I don't know if there's something in it that will continue to help him after consumption or not, or if it's only the smell. Ah, just the stuff. Now stop dallying and follow me. We're almost there. Okay. Suppose we can do that. How far beneath the earth is this dwarf taken us? Behold, the great wheel of the old father! Bats! Uh-oh. Oh, actually, if bats in the area, I better get rid of the stunning effect. Yeah. Now, where were we? Oh yes, bats. And boom. Okay, that wasn't very effective. All right. Yeah. I don't like this. Why do the bats of this cavern not attack the dwarf? Why does he walk around without making them angry? Maybe they don't consider him an intruder or something? Maybe dwarves are known to the bats? Wadu came into the mine full of fear and uncertainty. What happened here that he emerged from it with courage that would lead to his death? The longer this journey takes, the more questions it poses, Pinelore. I want to be above ground again, in the sunlight. Why yes, the braids on your beard are particularly well done this day. Uh-oh, he's starting to go addled again. Is that smell of the brew that has kept the bats from attacking Gnar? We should hope that is not so, for it seems that we have exhausted it. A few drops may remain, but the odor is much less than it was, and he seems to be falling once more out of his awareness. There's a gate ahead, and if we have learned anything about dwarves, it is that such a gate certainly has a lever somewhere to open it. Find the lever and return to us, and we will proceed. I fear that this journey will soon end in failure, for without a guide that can speak to us in ways that we can understand, what can we hope to learn from here? I think we should have brought a thermos with additional brew, perhaps, so that we could refill it. Oh, well, I suppose thermoses don't exist in Middle-earth, right? Oh. Are you ready? Alright, how about cave claw time? Alright, let's head up the stairs and find this lever. How about you go into there, you go into there, and new deed, Gwyber. Oh, yeah, yes, of course, because they're drakelings and Gwyber drakelings as opposed to any other. Let's see, this isn't the lever, right? Or, right, the lever is further up. This is just a side passage in the mine. So then we continue on our way up. They're still there, patiently waiting for us, and thank you. You both did me a service by dying before I get to you. All right. Up, and away. Eventually, oopsie daisy, oops. That wasn't quite what I meant to do. Smacking the bat, though, was definitely what I meant to do. Now, is this it? Yes, here it is. Ah! One lever. My goodness gracious, it's a long way down. With lever squeals, with this use, then slides into place, and our companions immediately run for the gates, which means I better get down there before they all disappear and learn everything without telling me what's going on. Alright, we've made it down here. I suppose that was not a good shortcut. So let's tread carefully. And the gate stands open, but your friends are gone. Are they below? Well, I would hope so. Ah, here is Eladon. I'm sorry that we didn't wait, Pine Lord, but Nar gave a shot and ran forward when the gate opened, and we didn't want to lose him. Alright, then let's go and see what he and Nona are up to. Why have you brought us here, dwarf? Do you even remember? Roast mutton. I'm sorry, Nona. He's no longer aware of us. These seem to be only distant memories now. But why? Why was this body of this Gwyber supposed to tell us? Aye, he was a burnt dwarf. I saw him face many a fearsome beast, but none so deadly as that which lived beneath the earth. Did his heart quail in his chest? No, it did not. I care not for the exploits of some ancient dwarf. Did his axe hand tremble? It did not. Well, Nona. The wounds on this Gwyber are still fresh. It has been dead for no longer than three a week. Courage rose unbidden within him. These sword wounds are not axe wounds. In his own way, I think Nar is telling us two stories, not one. I believe that a dwarf named Hervin slew a great beast beneath the mountains. But I believe too that your brother Wadu found the courage here in the depths and slew this great Gweaver. Wadu? Can this be true? My brother? Even after the terrible things my father said to him, and even after what I said to him in my frustration, he mastered his fear, Pinelore, and achieved a victory that even the bravest and strongest warriors of the Occluth could not hope to match. And now he is gone, slain by enemies who waited in hiding for him to pass. The cowards! They were nothing compared to this great beast, but they laid him low where even it could not. Ah, my Wadu! I know the road, son of Elrond. That way lies death. What did you say? Treachery! Treachery and deceit! You who walk the paths of the dead, beware! How can he know these things? Answer me, Nar! Answer me! Second from the left? That is what I heard. Slightly underdone. Slightly underdone, yes. It's hopeless. Pinelore, can you tell me what just happened? What just happened? Not sure. How can Nar know of the errand of the Grey Company, Pinelore? And more than that, how can he know of my father's words to my brother and me? How can he know that we were considering taking the paths of the dead once we meet with Aragorn? I must tell Halbrand and the other rangers of this. I think things may have just become more complicated. Oh, wonderful. Well, that was a very confusing incident. Very confusing.
Na has often said peculiar things. It is difficult to determine what he means by them.
Nora has had an extremely long and extremely painful life, as I understand it, and only faithful Frithia remains now to help him continue it. These men with you, these rangers, they seem disturbed by what Nora said. Can you ease their minds? I fear that they will do him some harm, and I can't allow that. Alright, so I'll speak to Cornir then, and see what he has to say about it. Alright, let's go. Yep, here he is. I asked Gulliver to explore this place with me, but he had other tasks before him. Right.
What can the dwarf have meant by that?
I'm completely at a loss, Pinelore. How can Nar have known what Elrond said to the sons before he departed Rivendell? And what does it mean that he does know it? I feel like we are mired in something that we do not fully understand. We can't afford to ignore this mystery, for it may threaten the very purpose of our journey. But what will we discover? We must take a rest in any event. We can talk over this later and hope that things will be more clear. Alright, shall we get some trousers out of that? Are they good trousers? Well, they have. Well, that's an improvement. That's an improvement. That's, well, there's a finesse in there. That's also nice stuff. And I don't have any other parts of the set, so it's not like it's going to be ruining anything. So let us go and grab it. So what next?
I do not like this.
How has Nard come to know of our potential road? what Elrond advised his sons to remember the paths of the dead, for we may have need to walk them, was known but of a few, and all of them trustworthy. Something's not right about this. Did not be long before we must set out again, but in the time before we do, we must learn what we can about Nar's recent activities. There may be some clue in them to reveal the source of our knowledge concerning our errand. Speak with Hrothgar about Nar. He proved helpful in returning his friend to clarity, short-lived though it was, and may help us again. Alright. I suppose I could do that. And maybe, just maybe, we may get some useful information. Oh, can you tell me anything?
I'm sorry he upset you. Nar means no harm.
Uh-huh. A few days before Wadu the Dunlending came to Zarugan, I noticed Nar spending a great deal of time looking through some of the bookshelves for something. I thought it odd because he generally takes little interest in the books and records here, but he did not speak of it, and I did not ask him to what drove his examination. I can tell you the section of shelves that it was, but there are a lot of books to go through. I don't know if that will be of any assistance, though. But you are welcome to seek the common thread if there is any help to you, my friend. Look at the shelves to the southeast of here, around the illuminated statue. Okay. I suppose I can do that. That looks like an illuminated statue. Yes, it's right under a crystal. So let's see what we've got here. Let's see. Carrie was a little dwarf, smaller than you or me, and wherever Carrie went, he took his axe, or three. One axe for his left hand, and one axe for his right. One axe to carve his rose he ate most every night. Now one day the orcs did call, they came right up to the gate. "Come on out," they said, "we'll have a feast, don't be late." The dwarves knew what that meant, they knew it very well. If they went to see the orcs, they'd not hear the dinner bell. Do you know what Carrie said? He said it loud and clear. "I will go to see these orcs and give them things to fear." "But you are so little," said the dwarves. They told him not to go, but Carrie warned he would not stop till he faced the orcs below. The orcs laughed. "What can you do?" "Just hold still. We'll get the skewers." They turned their backs, and that was that. So we call him Carrie or Kewer. Okay. Right. Oh, if you say so. Any other interesting books around here? Oh, hold on. What about this one? This looks like it may have been used recently. Hail Thrain, King under the mountain! Preparations for leaving the Coombe are well under way, and it will not be long before our people are ready to depart for the Blue Mountains. The great wheels in the depths will turn without them. I wonder for how long now. I am writing this letter to express my concern about Nar. You know as well as anyone that things he has seen, and his service to your father cannot be questioned. He deserves much better than he has gotten. He seems not even to see me these days, so I must endure the retelling of my own exploits 2, 4, or a dozen years into the past. It makes me sad to think of it now, and his excitement in each recounting, the previous one forgotten, saddens me even more. This is why I ask your permission to remain when the others go. Nar will not go to the Blue Mountains, and I wish to stay here to look out for him. My son, too, wishes to stay. He is young, and he knows nothing of our real home. This, to him, is no exile, but the Blue Mountains would be. I do not want to deprive Frithgar of his only home that he's ever known. I will do whatever you command, of course, but this is my desire, if it will be your wish to grant it. Hervin Drakeslayer. His name is Drakeslayer, so that's significant. So Hervin then obviously has also killed at least one large Gueber. But anyway, this tells us why Nar and Frithgar are here, and since Nar's, by all the words here, I'm going to assume that Frithgar's father has passed away. A slim book, Herbs and Plant Lore of the Coombe, is resting atop several others, as if it has been recently removed and carelessly returned to the shelf. It is my hope that these musings on the great variety of plant life found within the Coombe will be of help to those who, by need or errand, find themselves uncertain of the herb's utility of the vegetable's properties. So it's an herb book. After several pages, the next herb is readily found throughout the Coombe. Simply follow your nose, and on a day of calm weather, its sweet smell will guide you to most easily to the patches of Huathu Haraz growing in the grassy slopes. The name, in fact, means sweet water, and the Dunlings with whom I have spoken believe that smell drives away evil beings, such as bats, and whatever cobwebs are in Nar's memories. Maybe it drives away mental demons also? When the herb is crushed and added to water containing the petals of Nihamaju and the fruits of the Kibulus, steeping in the solution for an hour produces a strange smelling brew that I have noted for its ability to provide clarity of thought and heightened reasoning. It does seem to have its effectiveness dulled with repeated use, and the brew should therefore not be overused. Alright, so obviously the recent usage of that one would have been by Frithgar, maybe to double check on the herb on there. What do you say about that, Nar?
You have brought the gemstones? Good, good. These will do very nicely.
You're welcome. I didn't have any gemstones. Oh well. Let's go and speak to Coronir.
Nar's words remain as cloudy as ever. It was worth trying.
You should go to Khandath in the campsite of the Grey Company in a grove of trees set by the Occluthe village of Zulanuk, and tell him that we are no closer to learning why Nar spoke of the paths of the dead. Khandath is a master of lore, and may have thought of something. Has he thought of something? And will we learn more about this mystery? We have to find that out in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.